Lesson number 34, Beethoven-inspired diminished pattern. You can visit the link in the description below to view your free PDF copy of this lesson so you can follow along. In this week's lesson, we're going to be looking at a pattern inspired by a recent lesson I was teaching on Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. The pattern is a diminished pattern that is played over a left-hand octave. And here it is in its original context, but transposed up a major third. When I first heard it, it reminded me of something that we might improvise over a dominant 7 chord with a flat 9. So I thought, why not put the pattern with a simple left-hand shell voicing and see how it sounds? And this time we're also not going to play the pedal. So that pattern, when played over a basic shell voicing, really outlines all the great notes that we would be using over a basic dominant 7 chord with a flat 9. So over C7, we would have our flat 7, our flat 9, our third, and our fifth. The only note we're really missing is the root in the right hand, but that's played in the left hand, so we're not going to really be missing it that much. So let's take a brief look at how the pattern is put together. So this will all be over a C7 chord for now. So in our left hand we're going to play just a simple root and third voicing, C and E. And the only thing you're going to need to know music theory wise for the right hand is how to put together a simple diminished 7 arpeggio. So we're going to start a whole step down from the root of our current chord, which is C, so we're going to start on B flat, and then we're just going to ascend up in minor thirds to create our chord. C sharp, E, G. Okay, so a diminished 7 chord is a chord built all in minor thirds. So the pattern goes like this. We're going to start on our root of the diminished 7 chord, which is B flat. We're going to skip over one of the notes of the chord, and then go down to the next closest note. Skip, down, skip, down, skip, down, skip, down, skip. So here it is again. Skip, down, skip, down, skip, down, skip, down, skip. And then the descending portion of the pattern is the same thing but opposite. So the first thing we're going to do is step down to our next closest note, which is E. Skip, up, skip, up, skip, up, skip, up, skip, up, skip. And here it is all together. Now let's take a look at some rhythmic variations that you can start adding in once you've mastered this in its original context. So adding these rhythmic variations to your practice is going to do a couple things. First of all, it's going to help you improvise more rhythmically complex and more rhythmically interesting patterns. And second of all, it's going to really help you lock in the time, especially if you're practicing with the metronome. So let's look at this pattern and how we can rhythmically displace it in a couple ways using triplets. So our original pattern just started on the downbeat. Triplet, 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 and so on. So what we're going to do is anticipate the pattern by one triplet. So it's going to sound something like this. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So we anticipated the pattern just by one 8th note triplet. This time let's anticipate it by 2 8th note triplets. Triplet, 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 triplet. So notice we're going to start and end the pattern in completely different places than in the original rhythmic organization of the pattern. We can also do the same thing with 16th notes. So I briefly altered it, so we're going to go up a little higher and a little lower than in our original pattern with triplets, just so we get the same amount of notes in each measure. And this will all be outlined in the PDF file. 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. So that was 16th notes starting on the downbeat. Here's what it would sound like anticipated by 1/16th note. 4E and a. Here's what it would sound like anticipated by 2 16th notes. 4E and Here's what it would sound like anticipated by 3 16th notes. 4E and I think by practicing these rhythmic variations, you're really going to strengthen your time and also start to inject some more rhythmic variations into the lines that you're improvising. Create some more interesting, modern sounding rhythmic lines. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I do come out with new videos every single week, so if that's something you might be interested in, please feel free to subscribe. Also feel free to send me a message or leave me a comment below with any questions you might have about my videos. Thanks for watching.